Mark Hill from Greenlees. So, meeting held of the Greenlees group on Saturday, March 30th has taken place, and a couple of decisions have been taken. Some organisational stuff, some report backs and discussions about the future. But perhaps the most relevant ones are to think about our attitude to all the various options that have been given in the indicative votes. We had a good discussion about this and have resolved that actually our preference as Greens is precisely that we leave with no deal. And the reason is that all these trade treaties, particularly ones that are being cobbled together on the hoof inside the House of Commons at the moment, they're all, if they are passed, they're all going to benefit the biggest big businesses. They're going to be about allowing them to move labour across borders without having any regard to locally agreed terms and conditions between trade unions and employers. They're going to be about establishment of the single market to the exclusion of fairer trade and trade with poorer countries. They're going to be protectionist. And they're going to be the sort of deals which will benefit the largest organisations, the largest corporates that are able to be involved in their negotiation. So really, at the moment, our preference is precisely for no deal, because we don't really want any trade treaties setting up and enforcing a version of leaving the European Union with which we don't agree. No deal isn't for us an extreme. No deal is an ideal. We would like to see the Commons eventually start to become more democratic and more sensitive and more moral in the way that it approaches trade treaties. But since it isn't at that stage yet, supposed compromises like customs European Common Market 2.0 or Permanent Customs Union are actually going to create more long-term trouble. They're not really properly leaving the EU, and they withdraw democratic accountability from future trade treaties. Of all of the options, actually, I think we have a consensus in the group that the worst is Theresa May's deal. And that is below even things like a second referendum, which we do not want to see. We don't think that that would be democratic. Retaining our membership of the European Union. Withdrawal on the terms given by Theresa May's worst deal in history is about the worst option of all of the options possible. It completely dishonours the spirit of the referendum vote, and of course is contrary to the manifesto, particularly on which the government was elected. So, as I said before, no deal is ideal in the view of Greenlees.